What's up, YouTube? So, I've been having some serious camera slash video problems lately. All of it operator error, definitely. But, so like I put up a video and, I had my finger over the microphone of my camera for, almost the entire video. Really special. Really. So all you hear was it was embarrassing. Thankfully, only like 8 people saw it, and they were all like, "Hey, Elliot, you're an idiot." I was like, "Oh God, I am an idiot." So, in the process of deleting that video, I also managed to delete another video. It was like, "Oh no, what am I doing? Damn you, clicky finger." So anyway, new video. Hopefully, this one won't suck. Yeah. So, I just finished this guy. This is kind of one of those knives that makes me have like a Crocodile Dundee moment. Like, no, that's a knife moment. So that is a 5-inch blade and a 11-inch handle. Ish. So that's over 11 inches of folding knife for you. 11 inches of flipper. The blade is M390. Now, if you are a custom knife fan and you know who Tim Gallion is, you may recognize a little bit of Tim Gallion inspiration in there. He did a bunch of knives called the Junkyard Dog, and they were styled after like a B-52 bomber. They're very, very cool, and I always loved the millwork that he did on them. And so, now that I have a little tiny, well, it's not completely awesome, manual mill, I've been trying to do different things, and so I did that. Kind of an interesting look. And then this was stonewashed like crazy. This whole group of lines here, they actually are pretty grippy, so you can pull all of that knife out of your pocket. And I've done corresponding little grippy points on the pocket clip, so you can pull that out fairly easily. And just like in some of the big folders that Cold Steel does, like the extra large Espada and the Raja, that are pretty huge knives, this actually fits remarkably well in your pocket. Oh, and if you're a fan of Tough Thumbs, he has that WR Bladeworks beast, another big knife that actually you couldn't even tell that it's that big a knife in his pocket. So I actually talked to Walter of WR Bladeworks. Good guy. Maybe as a little teaser, I'll tell you, he's gonna make something out of SM100. So, yeah. Now, I have never been a super duper big fan of clip points, and so this is the second one that I've done as a folder, and I actually kind of like it. It definitely has a very mean look to it. Yeah, I like it. Just as a pocket catch, which works really well on this knife. I don't think that this flipper is like particularly gonna rock it out. It's not a super duper fast one because there's a lot of blade to get moving, but it still opens really well for such an enormous blade. So this knife has a steel lock interface insert, whole back rolling detent. I went with a plate of titanium as to prevent overextension there. Got some thumb studs in there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm really pleased with how the mechanics turned out for such an enormous knife. I mean, I've done a 5-inch bladed folder before, but that had an SM100 blade, and it was well, the entire knife probably weighed as much as one of the scales of this knife. So it's a little bit different story than talking about a big old chunk of steel. And so those are roughly 3/16 inch steel, roughly. It's really more like 0.189 By the time we get done surface finishing shit, and it's probably a little closer to 3/16. But that's a big knife, and I like it. So I did something else on the tip geometry on this. So one of the reasons that I don't particularly love clip points is that I do feel they have a fairly weak tip if you don't design and grind specifically to increase that tip strength. So this is going to be really hard to see because all you'll see is the crap in the background. But there's a ton of steel left in that tip, and I basically took these secondary pebbles and used them to create my edge, so I could leave as much steel there as possible. So this would like be one of those knives that you could stab through a car hood and stuff like that. Not that I recommend doing that if you like your knife, but this is a knife that would do that pretty well. So look at that hog. I like that knife. Definitely interesting. And I like the way that my super heavy stonewash came out on this too. Because normally when I would see like a fairly big scratch like that in a handle, I would probably redo it. But it seems to work out well in this one, because it sort of gives it that very industrial, sort of worn, authentically battle damaged look. I mean, so I'm a big-handed guy, and that's got a lot of room. I mean, I specifically designed this curve section so that your hand does actually fit and lock in pretty well there. So you can get a little extra reach when you need to reach out and touch somebody. But you can also choke up on that guy as much as you choke up on a 5-inch blade. But there it is. I have no name for this thing yet. I'm not sure what the hell I'm going to call it. But I figured I'd show you that because that's pretty cool. As I'm banging it into things. Nice. Do I have anything else to show you? No, not really. Not really. Alright, YouTube. I will see you later.